Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Saturday. I hope you are having a great weekend so far. It is time once again for the weekly home fragrance roundup. This is a video that rounds up, if you will, all of the candles that I burned the last week, the wax melts that I melted, and the candles that I was crocking. So let's start with the crocked candles, if you will. So if you don't know what a candle crock is, per usual, if you are new to my channel, I will link in the description box, which is right below this video. There's a little arrow that points down. If you just open that box down there, I will put a link for my Candle Crock 101 video. I did the most recent version at the start of 2020, and that will explain all the ins and outs of the candle crock to you. So, but basically it is a place where my candles go that don't behave while they're burning. So if they have puny wick syndrome, if I just can't smell the candle that well when it's burning, a lot of times when I put it in the crock, I get more fragrance out of a candle. And if the candle has puny wicks and it kind of puts itself out anyway, it's a great way to get some life out of candles that basically are on their worst behavior. So, and also just candles that I don't want to return back to Bath and Body Works, because quite frankly, I do still get a lot of life out of the candles after I put them into the crock, and I just leave the crock on for 24 hours a day. Until the fragrance is gone. Then I shut it off, let the wax harden up, take it out, and then put another candle in its place. So if you are looking for a great neutral candle crock option, I'll put one that is available on Amazon that's really neutral. No, there's no like special quotes, or a lot of these candle crocks have like very kind of kitschy old-fashioned designs on them, or they have like inspirational or religious quotes on them, and my home decor, I like it to be fairly neutral, and so these solid colored ones I think are a great option. So I'll link those in the description box down below as well. So in my candle crocks, I have 3 in my house. In my upstairs filming room, I brought down the little lid here to remind myself I have a Yankee Candle in there. I have Yankee Candle Pumpkin Wreath, which is an oldie but a goodie. This is such a unique scent. It's borderline masculine, but also just really pretty and almost slightly perfumey in a way. I guess you could say like a men's cologne. It's got some amber in it, and I think I really like that about this particular scent. It's got some earthiness. It's not my typical go-to type of fragrance, which you guys, if you are not familiar, I tend to go towards foodie or more gourmand type scents. But I really like this one, and I had several of them like in the full-size jars, and I just knew that I would probably never get around to burning them, and so I've just decided to melt them. And what's great is because the crock encircles the entire candle, like even though the candle is completely full with that paraffin wax, it melts it all the way up and disperses that fragrance into my filming room, and quite frankly out into the upstairs hallway as well. And it smells really good, it's soft, it's pretty, and it's allowing me to enjoy the fragrance, even though I'm probably never gonna get around to actually burning it. I have had some people ask me if I am going to go back to purchasing from Yankee. Here's the thing. My local Yankee Candle store actually closed up. Has it been closed for just about a year now? Probably at least a year. I think it closed during the pandemic times at some point, and it really bummed me out because I used to always enjoy purchasing from Yankee Candle. My very first candle that I ever bought myself after I graduated from high school was Cranberry Chutney. That was kind of where my candle obsession started back in 1997, is buying that very first Yankee Candle, and I have loved the scent ever since then. So I'll always probably order the Cranberry Chutney, but in terms of like just ordering a bunch of Yankee Candles, because that's what I have to do now. All of the stores around me have closed. I think there's one over on the west side of town that's still open, but I don't know. I live in like the Portland metro area, and the thought of going to the other side of the river that's a long haul, and I'm just probably not going to do that. So yeah, I don't know. I know that I'll always get my cranberry chutney, but I just don't think that I really have much of an interest. If you can hear the dogs, sorry, they're in the background. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It makes me sad. I miss Yankee. I do. I really miss having the store nearby, and I miss being able to smell the candles in person. And I miss being able to like go in store and do a return or an exchange when something wasn't performing. Yeah, I don't know. Not that I do that with my Bath & Body Works candles. If those suck, I just end up putting them in the candle Crocks. So anyway, that's my answer to will I go back to buying from Yankee? I don't know. There's nothing that's really screaming buy me from Yankee right now. So I'm not putting it completely off. If I'm ever on the west side, maybe I'll stop by at the mall there, but I don't know. I'm not going to go out of my way, if that makes sense. So yeah, sorry. Probably not the answer that you're looking for, but anyway, let's continue with the candle Crocks. So that's what I have in my filming room. In my bedroom, I have a candle Crock as well. And for the life of me, I can't remember no, I can. It's pumpkin pecan waffles. Cause I was so mad. Did I bring the lid down here? I did, to remind myself. It's the newest pumpkin pecan waffles that came with this like hammered lid. These are so pretty, right? Dude, you guys, it had the tree stump wicks, and I burned it for like the first 2 burns, and then the wicks, like maybe this tall, I literally could not get a flame going on them, and I tried to kind of pour some wax out, like literally like try to create a little well around the wick so that it could maybe like get some flameage going. I tried everything. I couldn't get the darn thing lit. So I put almost at least 3/4 of the way full pumpkin pecan waffles. I was like, what fragrance was I talking about? I put that almost full pumpkin pecan waffles just in my bedroom. It smells amazing. But yeah, if you see it in this collection, it's got like a brown label with some weird design on it. Didn't love the packaging, but anyway, that was one that I grabbed during the last buy 2, get 2 free sale that they had in store. So that's a bummer. And then downstairs in the kitchen in my candle Crock there is my pumpkin spice latte, which also drowning wicks. So it's fine. I'm getting a lot of fragrance out of them in the Crocks, but not the way that I want to burn my Yankees. Let me tell you one that I'm not having issues with because it doesn't have those like tree stump wicks, and that's my Autumn. First off, love this scent. Love these wicks. No issues other than like some residue. Yeah, like I feel like this residue thing is a new thing as well, because normally they don't have, well, this one had a tiny bit of residue. By the way, look what I found in my collection. We'll talk about this here in a second, but anyway, great wicks on this. I can see myself burning this completely down. I love Autumn, you guys. That mix of that like, what are they calling it? They're calling it fir balsam, but it's basically just like a balsam. There's some juniper in here and that fresh, like juicy apple. This is a beautiful scent. I'm sure most of you have tried Autumn. It's been around for years. If you haven't picked one up this year, September's coming to a close. So I gotta actually get to burning on this, because once September is done, basically I don't really do a lot of apple scents anymore. I will still do like my apple pie from Scentsy. Did I bring that in here? I don't think I did. I finished a brick from Scentsy. I should have brought it in here. I'm always proud when I finish a brick because they're huge, but we'll get to that in a second. So anyway, once September is done, I don't really do a whole lot with apple anymore. So I'm going to finish this up. And gosh, I only burned 1 apple this season because I didn't have any more backups. I burned through all of my backups of my Autumn. So there's that. Also, I got this out of my candle Crock in the kitchen a little earlier this week before I replaced it with the spiced pumpkin latte, and that is this Summer Boardwalk. This one also had those thick wicks, and you can see they got pretty short, and I just wasn't getting much fragrance out of this. Summer Boardwalk is delicious. This is another great transitional type scent, I feel like. It kind of smells like the fair. So caramel glazed popcorn, warm taffy apples, and salty sweet cream. This is a classic. Most of us know what this smells like. Okay, let's talk about this bad boy. First off, I did not trim the wicks because I wanted you guys to see the mushroom tops that are on this bad boy. Okay, look what I have here. A spiced pumpkin cider, which, by the way, I don't think this has come back since it was released in this collection, and this was so good. This is probably my favorite cider scent that Bath & Body Works has ever put out. What year was this? Well, the candles were $22.50. This was 2014. So, oh, and this was when they were still doing the little, like, flowery descriptions. A warming blend of orchard fresh pumpkin apple cider, ground nutmeg, and a hint of clementine orange. Basically, this still smells like a rock star and performs great. The only thing is that you have to be careful about with the candles from this collection is they burned hot. Like hot enough to melt off the label. So I don't burn this one for very long. And you can see why it gets so hot. It's, I think it's the combination of these particular wicks and this wax formula. It gets hot. I burn this for about 2 hours and then I have to extinguish it. And the mushroom tops that form are insane. Do you guys see that? Impressive, right? By the way, obviously the Dark Prince has entered the room. It usually works best if I don't acknowledge him. So I know he's here. We'll get him up into the frame here at the end, but I don't want to like ruin this video right now. So that is it with the Bath & Body Works. In terms of other candles that I was burning, Cinnamon Sugar Marshmallow. If you watched my review of this, you know that I actually don't love this scent. I'm kind of struggling through this one. I was gonna just gift it, and then I thought, no, I'm just gonna burn it. But I'm gonna put it in an area of a house where I don't have the best airflow, and that happens to be my kitchen island. And so it's doing much better in there because the scent isn't. This is a very strong, very sweet scent. I told you guys in the review that I thought it was cloying to my nose. It still is that sweet scent. But it's much more bearable in the kitchen because I feel like the airflow in there kind of drowns this out a little bit, so I can smell it, but it's not as like smack me in the face as when I have it in other areas of the house here. So anyway, I'm glad that I didn't order multiples of this one. I bought one box because I thought, oh, I'll probably like it and I'll get more, but then luckily it sold out, so thank goodness. Anyway, don't love that one. Burning behind me, by the way, is Praline Pecan. Now, that one's a regret because I love that. That actually smells very similar to the Pumpkin Pecan Waffles from Bath & Body Works. A little different, but they have some similarities, but I love it. And I only bought, I think, 2 boxes of it, which, not enough. So good. Of course, it is sold out now for the season. But as soon as that comes back, she's coming back in my house. It smells so good, you guys. It's delicious. Another Homeworx candle, which should be available on QVC again in the Duo. By the way, I'll put links for anything that you can buy right now in the description box as well. This is the Spiced Apple Crumb. So good. Smells like the apple crumble candle from Bath & Body Works from back in the day, and that is because Harry came up with that scent while he was at Bath & Body Works, and this smells very, very similar to it. So I think he brought that scent over to Homeworx with this one. I'm not mad about it. Also burning through Midnight Leaves. This was released last year. I've got this one going in my office. It's burning really nicely, by the way. I only have this lit for a few hours at a time because, well, not even a few, probably like 2 hours at a time, because I don't love this particular scent. It's nice, but it is a little bit more masculine and a little bit more earthy than what I normally love. So after about an hour or so, I'm like, oh, I'm good, you know, and then it kind of lingers after. It's definitely nice on a cold, rainy day. Mahogany wood, fallen leaves, juicy apple, and cinnamon. I feel like this is a version of like a mahogany wood type scent that is much more bearable to my nose. Yeah, Yeah, this is nice. It's not my favorite. I certainly wouldn't hoard this one, but if he ever comes back with this and you tend to gravitate a little bit more towards the masculine scents, I would encourage you to check this one out because it is nice for that. And then what's this? Oh, I finished it, you guys. I wanted to show you how well this bad boy burned down. So this is the Christmas Cupcake. I'm getting ready to clean it out so that I can reuse this gorgeous vessel. I love how there's no label on the hobnails anymore. So obviously very similar, except the old ones came with a label. These don't. So pretty. Are you chewing on my sweater? Yes, you are. Please stop. He's not growling at me. He's growling at Penny right now. She's also behind me. So anyway, I love that Christmas Cupcake. It does need to sit longer though. It's a really nice vanilla. I think it's going to increase in strength over the next like several months. I may even actually just put it away until next spring and summer. Despite it being called Christmas Cupcake, it's just a really nice vanilla cupcake scent. Kind of basic. Not basic in a bad way, but just basic as in it just smells like a vanilla cupcake, which isn't a super fancy scent, right? But it does smell good. So I just need some more strength in that. And I do find with my Homeworx candles, the longer they sit, the more the fragrance kind of develops. So yeah, anyway, I like doing that. Tomorrow for you guys, I will have 2 candle reviews. I've got the lids right here because they're both going right now. This is the Cranberry frozen vanilla cranberry. I think it's frozen vanilla cranberry or cranberry. Oh yeah, guess who doesn't remember the name? This guy. I'll link it down below. It is one of the new 3 wicks that was released over at Ulta, but those are no longer just Ulta exclusives, by the way. You can also find those 3 wick candles on the Homeworx website, so I'll link in both places down below. And then this is the second review you guys are going to see tomorrow. It is of the old-fashioned cider donut from Bath & Body Works. Stay tuned for that. I'm a little disappointed in that one because it is not what I wanted it to be, which is sad. Okay, I'm about to share with you guys my wax melts now. I am going to share the most disgusting fragrance that Scentsy has ever made, and I say that with just like every fiber of my being. It is the most disgusting thing that I have ever smelled. Where is it? We're starting on a negative here with the Scentsy from the last week. Do not buy this. I guarantee you there's going to be someone out there who's going to be like, excuse me, I love this scent. If you do, am I missing something? What happened? What happened? What happened with this scent? Okay, so this is from the Nightmare Before Christmas collection. And by the way, the Jack's Obsession, delightful. Picked up 2, where's the other one? Oh, here it is. Picked up 2 of the Jack's Obsession. This one is delightful, but we'll get to that in a second. And then I also picked up Roll the Dice. Okay, I tried. Oh God, I tried this in my laundry room, you guys. This smells like sour BO. That is the only thing that I can say about this. Like someone with way too much like men's cologne tried to like cover up their BO. I can't even put it into words. It's a mix of bad cologne and sour BO. It's awful, you guys. This is absolutely atrocious. This has no redeeming qualities. None. I don't think that I can mix this with anything. This has to go in the garbage. I'm sorry, Scentsy, but this is the worst scent you've ever made. Yeah, I can't. Please tell me you've tried that. Well, tell me if you have tried it and let me know your thoughts. And if you think I'm wrong, I don't know. I just think we're gonna totally have to agree to disagree about that one because I don't know how that is liked by anybody. And he's turning on me, you guys. He's starting his craziness. So let's get going here. Okay, Jack's Obsession. This is just like a really nice apple cider scent. I don't feel like there's anything that I can say about this that is, and here's the one that I finished, by the way. Yeah, it just smells like kind of a basic apple cider scent. Not basic as in bad, but just apple cider. So you've got that fresh apple juice type note with those like mulling spices almost. It's really nice. This is super pleasant. I would suggest just getting a 3-pack of this if you're gonna do that. Don't roll the dice in there, just don't. Also this week finished a butter pecan, which smells like a rich, buttery pecan. Same kind of pecan note that you get in the Homeworx Praline Pecan. Absolutely delightful. Also, I also ended up adding this into my Scentsy club. It's cinnamon buttercream. This is really nice. This just is like the Scentsy vanilla bean buttercream with a really nice dash of like this beautiful, like just soft cinnamon. Not like red hot cinnamon at all, just like that more gourmand, softer, like bakery cinnamon. So, this is so good. I love this. So I finished that. Finished an almond croissant, which is also in my club. Buttery, flaky almond croissant. The almond note that's in here is beautiful. Love that. Finished a breakfast in bed, which is like a pastry. It's like a spicy morning pastry. It's really nice. I enjoyed this week. What else? Oh, another Orchard and Spice. What's the difference between this and Jack's Obsession? Let's figure it out. This is spicier. So the Orchard Apple and Spice has a lot more spice to it. Probably the cinnamon in this one is sharper. Still not red hot cinnamon, but it's a sharper cinnamon. Yeah, and this is just like it's a lighter cinnamon that's in here. So that's kind of the difference between those two. Cranberry pumpkin spice, also in my club. Did some of that this week. I really like this one. This has like a cranberry scone type note mixed with like pumpkin puree and some really nice cinnamon and nutmeg. This is delightful. Love this one. And guess what I was warming as well? The scent of the month for next month. This came in my whiff box. I'm doing this in my dining room, and the verdict is I don't love this. It has a lot of grape in it, and someone pointed out that fall is grape harvest season, and that's probably why they selected this as part of the fragrance of the month. And that's true. Like, that is true. Grapes are harvested at the beginning of the fall, so that would make sense. But I just didn't like it. The name Fairy Tale Pumpkin implies to me that there would maybe it'd be more of like a pumpkin type scent, maybe a la Scary Good, which is the scent of the month for September. This is so good, you guys. Oh gosh, I love this. This is also now in my club. This is absolutely delightful. Scary Good. It is. It's so good, you guys. If you want a nice gourmand pumpkin for the month of October, I'm going to encourage you to stock up on this, and then also put it in your club because it's delightful. But this grapey situation here, I don't love it. There's also like a musky note, like a musky undertone that I just don't really love. Now, do I dislike it as much as I dislike Roll the Dice? There is nothing in the world that I dislike more than Roll the Dice. That's really dramatic, but it just, I don't know what they were thinking with this. It's, I'm traumatized. So maybe I should send out samples to all of you. Just a little tiny chunk. I'll mail it to you and you can smell it and be like, oh God, so bad. It's so bad. I don't know how they approved that to like put out at all. Okay, anyway, that's it, you guys. The rest of the stuff that's in here will be in next week's weekly home fragrance roundup. All right, have a great rest of your weekend and stay tuned for the candle reviews tomorrow. If you're new, please subscribe. Yeah, let me know what you were warming in the comments, or melting or burning in the comments down below. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.